Hello everybody and welcome back to the Corporate Podcast. It's now the September one. Today we have got with us Stuart, Louise, Pete and Monica, and one of our special guests today is Ashkan in the studio as well from the radio crew. We've got a few subjects to cover today, I believe. We will start with Stuart, but Ashkan, I believe you've got two questions.
Right.
Do you want to ask your first two, maybe? I think your first two are the good ones, and then we'll get on to the third one later on.
How are you today?
Oh, really pleasant and glad to see everybody here. That's my response, no doubt. Other people will respond appropriately.
I'm tired, Ashkan. It's been a long week.
I'm a bit tired after watching United yesterday. I'm tired. It wasn't great.
I want to.
No, it was 4-3 to be fair. It could have been a lot worse, but the save wasn't great at the same time. It was
Not
a
the
bit poor
best,
to
though, is
see.
it? Not the best.
But, oh well, good I'm here.
Pete's having a great week then.
So I'm just going to say no comments. That's what I normally say, Ashkan, when the week's not going well. I just say no comments. And then it can only get better.
Exactly.
Possibly.
Thanks. We can't get much worse. I'll be perfectly honest.
Oh, I'm great. It's been a tough week, but lots of positive news, lots of new, ideas, opportunities, lots of things which I haven't spotted before, which now are, which I'm realizing and make me really, really happy. And they're mostly about our staff and management's potential and kind of will to make Pure a better place than it was yesterday. So a tough week, but actually really, really, really good week. So I'm really happy. And yeah, it's my third podcast now.
Yes.
I can almost pronounce word podcast now. I feel like I'm slowly getting.
Agree. That's very positive.
How are you? How are you today?
I'm okay, yeah.
Great.
Good.
Should we get on to the second question, Ashkan?
Our donation going for Access Festival.
The answer is better than I expected. So we've received to date somewhere just over £750, which has included many donations from employees of the company, but we've also had some donations from people that we trade with, suppliers. So that includes Heart and Graft, who supply our coffee, Nisbets, who supply catering equipment, CISC, who are a firm of architects, and Claremont Catering, who do some of our catering repairs. So they've all contributed to the Access Festival, and we think there's going to be some more contributions coming in between now and the actual date. But the 750 is more than I was expecting, and really pleased about that.
That was a good number.
And it sounds like it's going to be a good event.
Well, it sounds like a lot more people as well than last year.
You're going,
Everyone that I
Ashkan.
speak to that is
Yeah.
going.
Me and my mum and dad are going.
You and your mum and dad are
Yeah,
going.
the Saturday as well.
Do you know what the date is, Ashkan, to remind people?
What is it?
Do we know what the date is for the festival?
20th of October, I believe. On Friday.
Yeah, it is.
20th of October.
It's a Halloween theme, isn't it?
Yes.
So don't forget.
Now, I've already got an idea. Me, Harry, George, and Jack. I think we've got an idea.
What, are you dressing up?
Yes.
Oh,
Almost
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah,
Almost
yeah.
definitely.
Ghostbusters, no?
No, Kiss. I think.
Oh,
I
excellent.
think you can buy the full set on Amazon, so I think we're going to go for it. Face paint and everything. I don't know how long it's
Are you
going to
dressing
take.
up, Ashkan? Or are you coming
I
just...
don't know.
I don't know either. I wasn't thinking of dressing up. I don't know.
That's the first thing that came
When
to my
you
mind. When I saw
must.
Halloween dress
Oh.
up.
No,
HR director says we must.
Well,
no, I don't know.
Because
No.
otherwise I will look stupid.
I'm not sure, Ashkan. I'm a bit like you. I'm not.
Ah.
We'll see.
Yes. So if you would like to carry on with the rest of your
Yeah, so I wasn't able to be present for the last podcast, so I wasn't able to say how we done in July. But the answer is we did as well in July as we did in August, which was good. And our trend of beating our budgetary bottom line continues to be the case, and it's looking good in September as well. So that's always reassuring when you've got a trend of events which, you know, carry on in the same vein. And that's enabled us to be able to do as many trips as we have. So, you know, for the purpose of the podcast, there's quite a number of the members of the team who are back in Salford at Media City today, and there are other trips organised over the course of the next few weeks. And, you know, having that good and steady profitability has enabled us to be able to afford to do that. So that's really heartening and really positive. Last thing I just want to touch on is something that Pete mentioned back in July, which was the cafes were doing the City of Trees donations as part of an environmental push in that month. And the donations that came in for the cafes was £123, which was sent off to the City of Trees. So again, I think that was a very heartening result, and thanks for all those who may have contributed towards that figure.
I've seen the increase in trips myself as well, doing the newsletter on Fridays with the team. It's gone from half a page of trips to we're now pushing probably 3 pages of trips. It's constant, all the pictures. I mean, they're great to look at as well, all the pictures of the trips. It is a massive increase, which is nice to see as well.
Very nice.
Louise, I think we'll go over to you next.
So there's a couple of things that we have been and are going to be working on over the next 12 months, which I know members of Pure support, but I think a number of people across the business are going to get involved in. And that is really to celebrate our investors in customers. So that was a gold award that we were awarded earlier on in the year. It lasts for a year, but we're going to look at a 2-year programme to ensure that improvement across all of our services continues to be a key focus based on what people are telling us. I can just plug the staff surveys out, so never want to miss an opportunity. So when we talk about feedback, it's feedback from all of our customers, our clients, parents and carers, employers, etc., including staff. So staff surveys out. Monica will be looking at all of those surveys, and from those surveys, whatever comes out of there, we will be looking at areas for development and improvement based on what you're telling us. So please do take the 10 minutes out to fill that in. Going back to the investors in customers, amazing that we got the Gold Award. It's the first time we've done it. So, I mean, the people that undertook this for us said we're one of the few organisations, it's only 10% that ever get gold the first time they do it. So that is a real kind of reflection of everybody's hard work across the business. But I suppose for me it reflects the values of the organisation and the fact that all of our clients are at the heart of everything that we do, which to me is fundamentally important. And like any audit, there's always some areas where we can improve and progress. So to do that and to ensure that there is a focus, we are going to be recruiting some champions across the business. And Monica has been working on the job descriptions for those champions across the business. And those are champions that are going to ensure that the feedback that we get is representative from all of our customer and client base, and that we make sure that it's representative as well. So there were some areas of the business where feedback's quite poor and we don't get many surveys about, especially around employers. So we really need to better understand what our employers are telling us and try and get a little bit more feedback from them. And then I had a meeting a couple of weeks ago here at the Grey Horse with the creative team, and they are going to do some project-based work around animation, some craft work and some video work to kind of capture what it means to teams, to clients, to staff around our gold achievement. They're working on, it's going to take about 3 months to pull that together because they are going to go across every part of our business and just get a little bite size.
I think I'm going round soon with a vlog camera.
Oh, are you?
To interview a few places, yeah.
Perfect,
I've had a little checklist.
So yeah, that's what you'll see. It's on our socials. The press release has gone out this week. So, but we are going to work on it. It's not just a one-hit wonder. It's something that we feel very passionate about to ensure that we keep improving and listening to what our customers are telling us. So that's one thing. The second thing is we've taken a little bit of feedback about the podcast, and we believe that actually now's the time to go to bi-monthly. The newsletters that are being produced across the business around the project board, which you've just mentioned anyway, are a really great way of communicating. And so people have felt that actually bi-monthly is probably going to be effective and still be able to contribute to communication alongside the newsletters. In addition to that, they would also like guest speakers from different parts of the organisation, or even guest speakers external around health and well-being, people's stories around people in employment and what it means to them to now have a job. So we are going to have a guest speaker for about 10 minutes at each podcast. So anybody that is interested in wanting to have a slot in that, please let Vic Ducker know. So, or let your manager know, whoever it'll be, it'll come back our way and we can make sure you're scheduled in. We're also doing a review of our website. Anybody that goes on our website will know it's a little bit outdated. So we've got a small working party. I put an email out earlier this week. Anybody that's interested or got some knowledge in marketing, web design, etc., or just passionate about their area of work. So we've got a team of about 8 or 9 people that have come forward, and we've got our first meeting next week to have a look at some of those web pages. Looking at a launch around January of next year. So watch this space in regards to that. And then finally, the only last thing I want to add is that you may have noticed that we've got a number of adverts out for IPS specialist employment. So we have been approached by Pennine to continue the work that we're doing across employment across all areas of Greater Manchester to increase our offer for the next 18 months. So there's a number of job adverts out at the moment for anybody that's interested in finding jobs for people across Greater Manchester. So that's a good bit of news that came our way rather than us actually having to bid for business, which is very encouraging, because that really is a reflection of how successful Danielle and that team on IPS have been, and it's a reflection. You don't usually get NHS people coming to you and saying, can you do this, and here is the financial envelope. So it's a credit to that team, really. So yeah, that's me, nothing else.
Lovely. I think it's over to you, Pete.
I know, I didn't have anything planned, did I, either? Not much of me, really. I suppose the good thing is we kept Stuart to his word. So a couple of podcasts ago, Stuart said he was up for spending some money in development, and I don't know if anyone caught that, but I certainly did, Stuart, and a few people, if we could justify it. But I think that's the point. So I think on the back of a corporate meeting we had yesterday, we're pleased to announce we can spend some money at the boathouse. So we're going to be doing some work there around the internal toilets, which we control. There's a project by the council in terms of funding the external toilets, which is costing them about £55,000. And we're going to do some improvement works to the kitchen and things like that. And that has been born out really of work between Rob and his catering team, and kind of filtering it up to the corporate team, getting to the point of approval and justifying for Stuart and for everyone else why it was kind of necessary and essential and that type of stuff. So it was nice to see us invest in that, and that'll kind of kick on in the coming months. I'm aware you want aircon in this room as well.
Quite badly.
Quite badly. That is on the list, but I thought, seeing as though we're starting to get a bit cooler, we can just not hit Stuart with that right now, whilst looking at Stuart across the room. So that's some stuff going on. We've had some challenge. It's been a challenging week. Yeah, there's lots going on across the business. We've had a break-in at the boathouse, just to make people aware of that. So we do have these kind of challenges and maintenance challenges and all these types of things going across the board. So yeah, it's been interesting.
Sounds busy.
It sounds busy. It was good. It's good busy. The last bit we've done actually is myself and some of the people who sit on the Health and Safety and Environment Committee have kind of produced a training package, which is only about 20 minutes long, based on the environment, because we need to start doing some work. We're looking at that as we go anyway. and hopefully that will all be rolled out to staff soon. There's a nice client video in there as well, which they've produced an animation for, to give people a basic awareness of the environment, but more importantly it links back to Pure. So it talks about Pure and what we're doing and what we're looking to do. And you'll have noticed the government did a bit of a U-turn yesterday on some environment policies that they've had, which I won't spend time touching on really, but that doesn't really have to change what we're looking at doing. So we can still keep reviewing things, which we are now. Someone's currently checking how much electricity we're using at Prospect House to see what we can do there and look at electric vehicle points. So just because of that announcement yesterday, it doesn't stop the momentum that kind of we've got going. The members of the committee would on posters in every single building. If people have ideas, they can just send it through to us and we can consider it, yeah? And anything is fine. Offer up anything and we can always review it. So yeah, it's been a challenging week but positive week.
Oh.
Cool.
Sounds busy.
All good,
Sounds
mate.
ready. Ashkan, I think we're back over to you for your last question.
What are the leadership programs?
Right, thank you for asking. So yes, I was sending few emails out, and we are offering 2 leadership programs this could say academic year. One is called Leading with Confidence, and we are doing that in partnership with Stockport College. I've actually have been in a kind of information session today just before. And yeah, it looks fantastic. They were shocked how many people showed up to the session, and I think that's Pure's fault because I have shared the link with staff who was interested, and it was wonderful to see how many people are interested in progress, in developing themselves, into progressing in their career. Absolutely great to see that. It was wonderful to be able to offer it to so many people who are interested. And then the second piece of good news, as I've mentioned, I was working on our own bespoke program, which has now been recognized by CMI, which means we will become a center ourselves, Pure, which means we will be able to offer a leadership program just kind of by ourselves for our staff. Enrollment for that has also been open. I believe that was last Thursday, so exactly a week ago now. And to be honest, by Tuesday, I was over-subscribed to what I anticipated. So again, I'm not closing. I'm not closing the enrollment yet. But yeah, wonderful response from staff, which is amazing because it means there is really kind of a hunger for development, for knowledge, for progression, which is wonderful, because we were worried that what if nobody applies, and we were proven wrong. So which is wonderful, which is what we want, and yeah, it is really great news. So I hope that answers your question, and if I can mention just one small thing.
Go for it.
Yeah, staff survey, Lou beat me to it, but I can't stress enough how important it is for us that you do give us a constructive, honest feedback. It is really that opportunity for you to have your say. Ultimately, we may have some impression of what you guys need or want or will be good for you, but nobody knows better than you. And that's your opportunity to kind of collectively communicate with us, and us being able to gather that information, extract themes and trends, and invest in those directions, because it just makes logical sense that we do that. So yes, I know it takes a moment, but if you can find a moment of time to fill it in, that would be greatly appreciated.
And that's been sent out on emails, hasn't it?
Yeah, and there are hard copies and there's a QR code, so
Okay,
no
perfect.
excuses.
No excuses over lunchtime. Amazing. That's everything from my
That is
half as well.
everything, yes.
Lovely.
Just one final
Oh, one
point.
more thing from Stuart.
Yeah, unfortunately I wasn't here for the August podcast, I listened to it,
Yes.
and I was surprised that there was a small segment of that, which was something that I'd sent in an email to one or two people, and I'm surprised to hear that it had been repeated on the podcast. So I thought I'd just comment that, do you know what the cowboy said when he entered the German car dealership showroom?
I have no idea.
Howdy.
I heard about this on the last one and listening over
Go
it
on,
as
go
well.
on.
Is that a joke?
Is that a joke?
Did it make you laugh, Ashkan?
Be brutally honest, Ashkan.
Have you heard of it? He's heard of that once.
There we go, you see.
Have you heard of that?
I've not heard of that one. No, but you have. So.
I've got joke book.
Have you got
Joke
a
book
joke?
at home.
Have you?
Not on my house, but not where I live in Redditch, where my mum's house is.
In your mum's
And
Stuart's got a joke book at his desk.
I've got one in my room upstairs.
Okay. Do you want Stuart to bring his joke book next time?
Next time,
Next time we're here doing this, shall Stuart bring his joke book and then you can read a joke out?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah.
Hey,
Perfect.
the deal.
Ready for next month. All set then.
Next month.
Yes, next month we'll call you in
Or
for it
is
with the
it
joke
2
books.
months' time now?
Oh, 2 months. Oh,
2
it is in 2 months, Ashkan, you're right.
3 months.
2 months.
Yeah,
It's
two-
joke
two-
time.
It is.
Why don't you bring your joke book?
I was going to say
as
maybe we
well?
could swap.
Can you bring it in from your mum's house?
So ask her not now, but
No, nearer the time.
Later
Nearer
on,
the
yeah.
time. Yeah.
You could maybe trade joke books, get some new material.
Yeah.
I'm excited already. Thanks very much, everyone.
Amazing. Thank you for
Thank
coming.
you.
Thank you for listening.